Yeah.
Hello viewers, today is Saturday, June 21st, 2025. We are here to discuss about the first 2 days of cricket that has been played between India and England at Leeds. And we have with us Mr. Sukumar. So at the end of the second day's play now, England is at around 209 for 3 in reply to India's 471. In short, India did make a very huge score because of the 3 centuries, Jaiswal, Gill, and Rishabh Pant. And then they moved from around 430 odd runs for 3 wickets to they got all out by 471. Ben Stokes picking up 4 wickets and Josh Tongue picking up 4 wickets. So in reply, England are 209 for 3 with Oli Pope scoring a brilliant 100, and he's still unbeaten right now. So that's the situation. That's the score as of now after the first 2 days of play. But we would like to seek Mr. S.N. Sukumar's thoughts and views on the first 2 days play that has been completed so far. Welcome back, Mr. S.N. Sukumar. Go ahead and share your thoughts on the first 2 days of play.
Thank you, Suresh. I think it is unlike English conditions to start with because it is very sunny even in the first morning, and it is definitely a bad decision on the part of England to opting to bowl first. That is what the 2 days play would definitely suggest. Because it is very sunny, there is no indication of any forecast or conditions or any cloud busting coming up later in the day. So and that way, we Indians batted really well in the first day. We were actually 359 for 3 at the end of the first day with about 85 overs bowled. So, but even in the second day, it's also we were trying to reconcile our earlier good work done in the first day, and then we were successful to the extent of about 90
You meant
minutes.
the second day. You meant the second day.
Second day.
Yeah.
We were actually successful until lunch. Then thereafter, we lost about 7 wickets for 40 runs. That is a funny thing in Test cricket because I thought some of them played some loose shots and some of them did not respond to the huge total in front of them. So even the two debutants, since Karun Nair, who came in the second day, did not score, and then Sai Sudarshan in the first day did not score. Both were expected to get some good runs for the Indian team, new Indian team, new look Indian team.
Yeah, 1 second there. So Karun Nair was coming back after a long period where he was forced to wait, and he got back into the team after probably 7 years maybe. And then you have Sai Sudarshan, who made his debut yesterday, and Sai Sudarshan did not score any runs, and Karun Nair also on day 2 did not score any runs. So, in my view, even though Shubman Gill scored 100, I did say before the match started, when we had the program about the preview, that the captain should have led from the front. He did score a brilliant 100, I'm not saying no, but he should have come in at number 3. They should not have exposed either Sai Sudarshan or Karun Nair up the order. Shubman Gill, being an opener, should have come at number 3, so that at least for the first 3-4 test matches, they could have shielded Sudarshan and Karun Nair, so that they could have gotten used to the English conditions. They could have gotten used to little bit older ball than the fresh new ball. But even though Sudarshan came only just before lunch, so it was already around 26 overs old, 24 overs old, I guess. But nevertheless, I think this is what, even though people score runs, I am looking at it from a pure cricketing angle, from a pure captain leading from the front perspective. It's not enough that you score runs. It's also important that you bring your youngsters along and you lead from the front so that you actually do not expose the youngsters. That is a very good quality of a captain that you will expect. And I think in that front, I think Shubman Gill failed, in my view. Please go ahead.
After Indians got all out for 471, disappointing in the sense one stage we were 430 for 3. It's Shubman Gill at the crease, but he went for his overhead shot over the deep fielder position for the mid-stage, and then he just gave a catching the catch practice there. So thereafter, even few shots played by Shardul Thakur or some, and then even the Thailanders, in the sense Bumrah, so Francis did not survey because the tongue was very quick for them, and he got a couple of wickets there in the, as a number 8, 9, 10 batter. So we are followed out for 471, but bit disappointing in the sense the start we had just a bit 30 to 40 runs short, I believe. And thereafter, it is be mere for the first over from Bumrah who got the Jock Crawley. Thereafter, England played very, very positive cricket in the sense they are never allowed even the second line bowlers, yes, even Siraj also to settle down, and then they were getting runs to the boundaries to start with, and then they were getting easy runs in the sense they were getting some easy scoreable balls either on the pads or outside the off stump or length, starting in length, made them get a lot of runs to start with. In fact, they were maintaining around 5 runs to start with, in sense. But that was the worrying factor for the Indian spectators. But later on, one wicket, second wicket was taken by Bumrah, and later the third wicket was also from Bumrah. Bumrah was the only bowler who looked like getting wickets. Others were trying, but they are not getting the edges, nor penetrating enough to get wickets for India. So as of now, I think in the second test play, the test match is evenly poised. In the sense, even a couple of wickets for India may tilt the favor in favor of us the third day, and then a big partnership continuing from the from Brooks and Ollie Pope could definitely take England to much nearer to our Indian total of 400 something.
So, okay, so let's look at this from in terms of bowling. From the England side, just before the match, we discussed about they didn't have enough good bowlers to really threaten the Indian batting lineup because they didn't have the two stalwarts, and then they also did not have the other bowlers like Ollie Robinson, Matt Wood, and Jeffrey Archer. But nevertheless, before the game, if somebody had told me that India will post a score of 471 on the first test, batting first against England in England, I would have happily taken that score. 471 is a huge score in my view on the first test going abroad under English conditions, batting first. So I think it was a very good score. I still feel it's a very good score. But what has happened is that our bowling, in terms of the wicket taking ability, other than Bumrah, nobody looked like taking a wicket, even though there are commentators talking about Siraj was bowling well and all that. They were trying to somehow sugarcoat. Siraj to me was totally inconsistent. He had one good ball per over. That's not good enough. He had, see, they were taking singles so easily, ones and twos so easily, and then you'll bowl one good ball. Either a very good outswinger or one that nips back in. But then the other 5 balls, they would have taken already 4, 5, 6 runs. In Test cricket, you cannot give 4, 5, 6 runs. You just relieve the pressure completely. You have to bowl dot balls. You have to make sure that the same batsman plays 6 deliveries consecutively so that you can bowl 1 out, 1 in, 1 out, 1 in. I mean, that's the kind of Test cricket that you need to play. And Siraj was complete disappointment. He might come tomorrow and take 5 wickets, but today he was totally inconsistent, and I am very disappointed with Prasidh Krishna. I was the one who said that he bowls the length that Pat Cummins bowled on the WTC finals, the first innings. You can take a lot of wickets, but he was a little shorter to me. He bowled short, and they were always trying to just steer him down to the third man, and they were taking singles and twos repeatedly, and then whenever he tried to pitch it up, it was an off volley. So I think Prasidh Krishna needs to get his length perfect tomorrow if he needs to make any impact. And then Bumrah, of course, bowled brilliantly. The first over was brilliant. But I think the wickets column says 3 wickets, but Ben Duckett's wicket and Joe Root's wicket is more, if you look at it from a tennis parlance, it's an unforced error. Duckett was an inside edge, and Root was giving a catch practice to the slip. I don't know what he was thinking. But Bumrah bowled much better deliveries and he did not get a wicket. But he got wickets to deliveries that normally will not fetch him wickets. That's the beauty of cricket, right? But he bowled brilliantly. But we need to have enough people to support Bumrah. But Bumrah alone will not be able to, take all the 10 wickets or even 7, 8 wickets every match. So we need to, at least the Indian team management needs to look at the length that these people bowl, especially Prasidh Krishna, even Shardul Thakur. I think was a disappointment today. So, and let's look at Jadeja. I know that the English conditions spinners are not going to make a huge impact, but he was not very restrictive either. So his job was to just bowl one end up and tighten bowl very tight on one end, so that the other, the other end you can just try to put pressure on the batsman. But I don't think it happened today. But what is your feeling in terms of bowling for both Indian team as well as the English team?
As far as bowling is
Yeah,
concerned, for both the sides, the both first 2 days are totally sunny days to the large extent. But so the sunny days, actually, our bowling strategy should definitely is inverted. You cannot pitch it up. No, the sunny day it will be easily driven by all the international batsmen. So the length should be to just good length or so sort of good length. This match line. But if they were cutting and they were pulling even in the initial overs, especially Indian batters, and then even England batters, Bentek and all were pulling very easily. So they were a bit confused over the length they what should be bowling in these flatter conditions. And then finally, so some of them adjust, but a bit later. We'll have to wait and see how they bowl the first session tomorrow. So these things, even English batters were maintaining a very good run rate, around 4 runs per run over. They were getting very easily, very easily. Only when Bumrah bowled, they were just waiting for the bad balls. But otherwise, they were scoring, getting singles. They here, that, third man, final leg, frequent singles, and the scoreboard was moving rapidly rather. So, but I thought both the teams struggled to bowl in these flat conditions and hot conditions as well. So that made this almost close to 600 runs they were scored in 2 days. That has to be taken into account. So bowling was found a bit difficult for both the sides. That was my observation considering first 2 days they play.
So before we go, we just have to talk about the three centurions. All of them played brilliantly, but special praise should go to Yashasvi Jaiswal. This is the guy who has been scoring hundreds every time he goes abroad now. So he has scored 100, big 100 in Australia. Now he had scored 100 in England. It looks like he is going
Even
to
in West Indies,
really.
he has got 100.
Yeah, in West Indies he has got 100. So I think he is one batsman I think who doesn't fear playing abroad. He just has all the strokes, and I think he has got a lot of cricket left in him. And then Shubman Gill, as I said, he played brilliantly. He was very positive in the first 40, 50 balls. So I think he played very well as well, other than the fact that should have come at number 3 in my view. And then Pant, of course, played very well, and he was restrained, and then he got to his 100, and it was a very good innings because he came in at number 5. So it was a very responsible innings from Rishabh Pant as well. So from a batting perspective, the Indians have found a way to actually play well abroad, at least in this test match, first test match in England. So I think that's a good sign for the Indian cricket team. But for the English cricket team, I think they really desperately need another strike bowler for the next test match because their fast bowlers don't look like that they're looking like taking a wicket. And then from a bowling perspective, I think Bumrah was the best bowler that we have seen in the first 2 days of cricket, and he showed literally how he can make the ball move both ways, in and out, and also, he also had seam movement today. That was what the last over he tried so many things, and he bowled brilliantly that last over. Unfortunately, that wicket
No
was
ball.
on blue ball. So otherwise, it would have been India would have gotten an advantage had they taken Harry Brook on that last over. But as you rightly said, the test is evenly poised, keenly poised. The first 1 hour or 90 minutes of cricket tomorrow is going to be so interesting. So I would like to seek your opinion on those 90 minutes as your final thoughts for today.
Tomorrow's 90 minutes could be very crucial for that is for the gaining the momentum in this test match. But third day is always the day in which any test matches gets from one hand to another. But our bowlers should be bowling well. But I thought even if it is going to be overcast tomorrow or some drizzle or whatever, we might get some help from the wicket as well, wicket of the moisture. So considering these conditions, I think we will bowl much better than what we did so far with Prasidh Krishna, especially because if he's going to alter his length, definitely bit half a yard in front of the bat, definitely he's going to be a lethal weapon. But Siraj, I think he is, as you said, he's spraying spraying in the sense he just sprays on the legs and sprays on the use with us also. So these three batsmen, that is fast bowlers, should be among the wickets. I don't think they will give Shardul Thakur too early in the first 90 minutes as well. Both Jadeja and Shardul Thakur, I don't think they will bowl him very early. So these three bowlers has to get wickets, and if they're going to get wickets, I think we will be in the driver's seat to start with. Because
Yeah,
we also has to bat then more. That is a different
yeah.
story. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So I think it's a very the match is very interestingly poised at this point. Honors are more or less even. If India takes a couple of wickets in the morning, then India will gain the advantage. But if somehow Harry Brook and Oli Pop continue on till lunch, then I think England will be looking for a good score, possibly take the first innings lead as well. So let's see how day three pans out. Thank you very much, viewers. We'll come back to you with another episode tomorrow. Till then, take care.